Well, hello guys, it's Eloise. It's 1:33 p.m. It's the truth, even if it fucking hurts. I'm gonna be talking about something that I really like to talk about, but I think that it's time that I put this out there and put some awareness about what's going on, because this damn cult activity is really pissing me off, especially when they start fucking with my shit. And I don't work for anyone but my motherfucking self, and the talent that I have is mine, and I'm not gonna be subject to be a slave to there's a lot of people out in the streets in the US and Mexico that have given up because they don't know who to reach out to. They're so infiltrated in government positions, as far as police stations, the mayor's office, registry recorder, immigration, DMV, unemployment, social security, transitional housing, what else? They usually they work a lot in supermarkets. Guys, it's a big game. Trust me, if you're a kind of person that goes home after you buy your milk and it's rotten, you're part of the game. And if you've seen that dead rat, you're part of the game. And if you've seen a rat in your bread, you're part of the game. It's time that we start waking up and have awareness of this. It's time to put an end to this fucking cult. They've been around for so many. The reason I know so much about it, guys, is because I've been investigating this fucking cult my whole life to protect my family. And I've been doing the right thing, and I don't hurt people. I do it legally. I usually found a couple people along the way that were victims of the same shit, and we decided to go after them. And we did. And some of the I called them the concentration camps, because they're like kind of a concentration camp. We took them out, and we used our own money for it. Some people did end up in jail, and you know what? But there's so many of them, and they're all over the world, so it's more difficult to catch them. Usually the ones that we take care of are the ones that are outside the states. Mexico and the US is the most difficult place, because the government here does things their own way. They don't want to believe in something like this could happen. This big game has been going on for a long time, guys. This has gone down from generation to generation. That's usually how they make their fortune. A lot of them just break into your house, they take your identity, and since nobody's doing crap about it, they pay a hacker here and there to change their fingerprints, their images, and now they become that person. And you'll find out that usually these people are the ones that there is either 9 is a favorite number for them, guys. 9. So if you have been a victim of identity theft, and usually there's gonna be 9 people out there with your name, and they are doing all kinds of crap shit. You know what? I even found out I was married to some dude that I don't even fucking know, and that we fucking are selling our crap. I never sold my shit, so I don't know what's going on here. These are the little tell signs of a cult, guys. You guys need to keep your eyes open. If you find dead rats in your property, if you find the smell of a rat poison, if you start urinating and you smell the smell of rat poisoning, that means the cult in your life. They're all one cult. They're just different teams. They're just different teams. They just playing a game with you. You don't even know you're part of the fucking game, guys. And they usually target people that are good people. That's the main thing. They hate people that do the right thing. And you know what? And it's fucking sad, because we're helping them. We're the ones that go to their towns, and we bring them food, and we give them a job, and we give them medical attention. We become a target. Doctors, attorneys, government officials, officers, insurance agents, real estate, because that's how they all of them have a nice home. And the game usually starts with a dead rat. And where you find that dead rat, that means that person is part of the cult. And then they start poisoning your food. And then they start putting LSD in your food so you could hallucinate and have a chemical imbalance. And when you get to the point of that you do have the kind of chemical imbalance, now is then to humiliate you. They usually want you to end up naked on the street doing something to humiliate you, or when you ask them for help, they just laugh at you, and they give you something just to even make more fun of you. And they're recording the whole thing. It's a part of the snuff film. At the end of the game, when you have won, they give you a dead rat with a loaf of bread. That means that another cult is coming into your life. So they have different cults. They're all the same thing, but the only thing that I could do at this time is put the awareness out there. Put the awareness out there. The police are not doing anything. There's no investigation going on. They all just think it's another skank, he's dead, right? And another drug dealer, he's dead. Another a pusher, you know, another runaway, another Jane Doe, another John Doe. They never stop to think that this John Doe or this Jane Doe or this runaway or this drug addict or this dealer is part of a victim of this cult, that they use them to wash their hands to so that nobody will keep investigating. There's too many dead bodies around and nobody is asking questions. This organization works in a way that they send men towards you supposedly because they want to date you, and it's a lie. They're all just scouts to scout you, to put you in a situation either to get kidnapped, raped, or to take your identity or your money. They usually scout you because they want to find out who your family is, how many people are in your family, what do you do for a living, what kind of talent you have if they could use it for something. Sometimes they tell you, oh yeah, we're gonna come down here, we're gonna give you a break, and you start doing your thing and they see that you do have some kind of talent. Now you are a victim. You become the prey. You become the prey. And I'm going to tell you, my grandmother, my mother, and my sisters are all dead due to this cult. There's so many people out there that don't even know who their real parents are. Trust me, if you grew up in an environment with pedophiles, you need to question yourselves, are they your real parents? You know, it's so sad to find out that they beat you up, they bludgeon you so many times that you're unconscious, and then they take you to a hospital just to take your organs and sell them. And you wake up in pain and shit, and they just wait for you to get better to do it again. Nobody knows what slavery is until you lived it. And my family has been a victim of it our whole life. And the hardest thing as a child is to get to a certain age and find out that you've been homeless your whole life, that you don't have anyone in your life, that the people that they placed you with beat you so many times that you rather be out in the street than to be part of their fucking dirty ass fucking family. And you find out that you have a mom, that you have siblings, that they took you as a baby and that you didn't even understand why. And you know what? The hardest thing for me is to get to know her in a situation like a jail cell and find out that the reason she's there is because she's just like me. She's a fighter. She wants to do the right thing by people. The only sad thing about it is my mom thought that maybe she could find a cure for them as far as healing them from this mental issue of showing that if you love someone and you treat someone with respect and kindness, maybe they could change. They could be the difference. But she was wrong, because I guess that the best friend that she thought it was a lot of people do not want to speak about this, and maybe because I'm one of the few survivors. If there's other survivors out there, there are probably some of them that are still stuck in this environment. They're still stuck because they keep preying on them, you know. And I'm telling you, I got fed up. I got fed up. The day they killed my mother, I told them, "Oh, fuck you." Because that's the only thing that I really loved, my mom. And that's the only thing I protect. My mom got bludgeoned in the head so many fucking times that my mom got something called forget. And you know what? Every time that they wanted my mom to do something, they would hit her in the head. They would hit her on the head so many times she would be unconscious, sometimes for a fucking week. And then she would wake up, and you know what? Honestly, her biggest fear was that they were raping her while she was unconscious. And these people don't have any moral value. They don't have any respect for life or any respect for humanity. And you know what? I spent most of my life looking for her to And you know what, honestly, I don't know if the government is even aware of what's going on. They don't even understand how fucked up the EBT fraud is. They're fucking up with our whole economy. These people are using government funds to remodel their homes, to have plastic surgery, to go on trips, to traffic. They're even stealing food from supermarkets and stuff like that and opening their own stores. Everybody that is involved, they're placed. Some of these people are placed to work in this franchises just to let them know when the shipping containers come in and out, and they take all the stuff, and then they're opening so many stores. There's so much shit going on, guys, that is fucking up our economy, is fucking up our society. A lot of people dying out, and the end of the day, you gotta think, what's gonna happen if everybody dies? What's gonna happen when our economy goes to fucking shit? That's when you're gonna start doing something. The reason I'm giving awareness and I'm saying it is because I do have family members out there. And if my family members, and I want to tell you that there's only 7 of them that I recognize, everybody else in my family that supposedly is a family member is not. They're my kidnappers. As a child, they, as far as I could remember, we're all in a shipping container, and they place you in different homes, and they force you to do different things, especially if you're kind of a prodigy. They stock prodigies from all over the world, and they place them in homes with people that make you think that they're your family, but they're not. They usually beat you your whole life. They mistreat you because you're not willing to be a good child, right? Not the children that are having oral sex or doing other things for a fucking lollipop or a fucking Twinkie. Then you become a problem. Then they beat you every fucking day. And you need to even be careful because they put cameras in the shower. They're watching you. They're watching you 24 hours a day. They put it on the snuff films now. They put you in homes like this, and they see how long it takes for someone to die. People bet on it. If you do this, let's see what happens to her. And people make money off you. Oh, if she does this, let's see. You become a game to them. They don't respect anything that has to do with you. You just became a pawn in their game, and you don't even know nothing about it. And supposedly on these snuff films, at the end of the snuff film, well, the person that wins needs to get their money, right? At this point, I have been playing this fucking game 777 times, guys. I done it all. They placed me everywhere around the world to play this stupid fucking game. And I'm still here. I'm still breathing. A lot of things happened to me along the way. I don't even know why I'm alive. I don't even know why God keeps fucking safe. And trust me, guys, there's no friends out there. If you think you have a friend or somebody that gives a fuck about you, it's not true. They usually put you in a home. They're recording what you do 24 hours a day. They take your pictures. They are talking to people online, prostituting themselves with their images. And you know what? You tend to look away because you don't want them to hurt your family. And there's too many of them for you to do something, and a lot of them are in a position of power. And right now, they're in a position in the Spanish genre, you know, and they're over here trying to force you to do things you don't want. They steal your shit. I have so much music and so much movies out there that they took from me. Other people put their name on it, and that's it. And you know what? I can't even do shit about it. Why? Because I don't have the legal backing to help me. And a lot of us are so jaded that we think that they're not involved. Trust me, if you in life shit happens, you go to the supermarket and they take your money. You go to the ATM, they take your money. You're in a transitional housing, they fuck with your food. They put a fungus powder or itching powder in your clothes. They steal your shit. They even put poison on the soap. Everything that surrounds you is full of shit that's toxic to you. You are a cult. They're predating you. They're like predators, right? They have scouted you. So now you become a scout, and then they scout usually people that have some kind of talent because they want to force them to do something, and they just put somebody else's face on there, you know? That's what they do. That's happened to me before. A lot of my life has been like that they force you to do things, and sometimes you do it because you want to protect your family. And I'm gonna tell you, I post a lot of shit here about a lot of conversations that I hear for certain people. A lot of people are hurting a lot of people out here due to they want to take their talent, they want to take their money, they want to take their inheritance, they want to replace them with someone else. This does exist. Human trafficking does exist. Child trafficking does exist. These people are surrounded everywhere. They are involved in places like transitional housing, and they push you to the limits that they want you to prostitute yourself. They want to put you in a state of desperation. And I think that a lot of people that are broken and hurt and then they're weak-minded, they end up getting pressure to do certain things they don't want to. But when you're a person like me that has lived their whole life in foster care and homeless and in transitional housing, you know how shit's done. And I choose to stop it. I choose to give those people. You know what, guys? I do what I love every day. I do the motivation speaking because I think that a lot of us are lost and confused and broken, and sometimes we cannot connect with some of the motivation speakers. Most of the motivation speakers are doing everything the same fucking thing, and we just do not connect with them in the same level. They're talking about topics that we don't understand, and we need to start with the basics before we get to a level of spiritual healing, of understanding what they're talking about. I think that before you get to a level of understanding, you need to begin at the bottom. You need to begin at zero. And there's a lot of people out there that don't want me to do things my way, and I could see it. It gets blocked every fucking day. And there's a lot of people that think that they could become me. And honestly, guys, do your own shit. Stop trying so fucking hard.
Pues a mí me pagan para deshacerme de la gente. A mí nunca me dijeron que iban a mandar a una puta doctora aquí que sabe todo lo que está puta pasando aquí. ¿Yo qué puta le voy a dar? Todo ese puto dinero es mío porque así me dijeron que me quede con todo. Ahora yo qué le voy a dar. No le voy a dar nada. Y yo no sé, el correo allí está. Ahí está. Pero no sé qué hacer ahora. Mira, go out through the back door and don't make any noise, and then just stay out there all day, and then at night when you come in and she tells you, then you just hide in your room for the rest of the night. Then what else are you gonna do? Pues a mí me pagan para deshacerme de la gente. A mí nunca me dijeron que iban a mandar a una puta doctora aquí que sabe todo lo que está puta pasando aquí. ¿Yo qué puta le voy a dar? Todo ese puto dinero es mío porque así me dijeron que me quede con todo. Ahora yo qué le voy a dar. No le voy a dar nada. Y yo no sé, el correo allí está. Ahí está. Pero no sé qué hacer ahora.
And we gotta remember that these people have known what's going on for generations. So they train their children in the same way that they are. So don't get confused. These children are as dangerous as their parents. If I could consider myself anything, I would consider myself a freedom fighter. I fight for the freedom of my family. I think that someone has to stand up to them. And as a child, I was brighter than most, and I was subject to a lot of torture due to these people. And I think that there's a lot of innocent children out there that shouldn't be subject to this kind of torture or this kind of way of living. A lot of parents don't listen to their children anymore. They are so caught up on social media now, and they meet someone online and it's just a decoy to set you up, and you get either kidnapped. And this happens to men, women, and children. You wake up somewhere naked with no clothes, with none of your money, and you question yourself, why did this happen? They make you a slave for them, to work for them, so they could be living a comfortable life without doing crap. And honestly, I think that it's time that some people unite. The organization that I work for was called a freedom from a society, and we used to travel around the world trying to find kids that have been kidnapped from several members of families that are prodigies. They were all registered, and these people take those kids and they force them to do things they don't want to, because they start training them as children to be slaves to them. So listen to the content, guys. It's going to be a little bit harsh, but maybe if some of you have been living something like this, then you know what the hell's going on in your life. A lot of the stuff that I've been talking about, you guys need to understand it does happen. A lot of people don't talk about it because they're so fucking afraid, or because they don't know what the fuck's going on. They just feel that their life is so fucked up, and it always ends up in death, or addicted to some kind of narcotic or alcohol, or even to become homeless. When once you were a productive member of society, but now we're in the US, and they're here, and they're trying to do to the US what happened in the other parts of the world. That's why a lot of the parts of the world, they're at war right now, because this cult fill their mouth with so much slander, and they cause so much problems that their own government doesn't even understand what the fuck's going on and how it got there. So I think it's time that someone starts speaking out of what's going on, and maybe we could put a stop to this if there's other people like me out there that have. So guys, this is the truth even if it hurts. Follow back, subscribe. I will tell you fuck you, because I will tell you the truth even if it fucking hurts. My mom always used to say, it's better to say the truth even if it hurts, honey, because at least I know I'm living my reality. I'm not living a fake lie, and these people are not controlling what I eat, what time I go to sleep, where I go, what I drink, because that's what they do. They start taking everything that you love until the day that you don't have anything. And that means they won. That they control you. Because they put so much shit in your food that you don't even want to eat no more. You don't even want to drink no more. You don't even want to do anything no more. All they want is to see you as a drug addict or a drunk on the street. They just cannot accept that a person with so much talent and so much beauty, it's a competition for them. They just want to laugh at you. So that's the end game for them.